Have you ever stopped to think about how often seniors really need a shower? It's something we don't question. After all, we've always been told that daily showers are essential for hygiene. But what if that's not true? What if daily showers are actually doing more harm than good? It sounds shocking, right? But stick with me, because by the time we're done, you might start rethinking everything you've ever believed about hygiene and aging. Most people assume that showering every day keeps us fresh, clean, and healthy. And for younger people, that might be true. But as we get older, our bodies change. The way our skin works, the way our immune system protects us, it's all different. And here's where things get interesting. Studies show that frequent showers can strip away natural oils in the skin, leaving it dry, irritated, and even vulnerable to infections. But that's not all. There's another danger lurking where you'd least expect it. The bathroom itself. Wet floors, slippery surfaces, dizziness from hot water. It's a perfect setup for a fall. And for seniors, one bad fall can change everything. But before we dive deeper, let me ask you, have you ever thought about this before? Does it surprise you? Let me know in the comments. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but cleanliness is important. And you're right. Hygiene plays a huge role in staying healthy. But here's the thing. Cleanliness and frequency aren't the same thing. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that a daily shower is the ultimate marker of good hygiene. But is that really true for everyone? What if I told you that, in reality, too many showers might actually be making things worse? Especially for seniors, whose skin is thinner, more delicate, and more prone to dryness. Imagine constantly washing away the natural protection your skin needs, leaving it vulnerable to cracks, irritation, and even infections. It's not just about feeling clean. It's about protecting your health. And it gets even more shocking when we look at what the experts say. Studies from the University of Pittsburgh and the University of California have shown that seniors who shower too often experience more skin problems, more discomfort, and even a higher risk of developing conditions like xerosis, a severe form of dry, itchy skin that can lead to painful cracks and infections. And that's just the beginning. There's another hidden risk that almost no one talks about, one that's far more dangerous than dry skin. If you're still with me, hit the like button and let me know in the comments. Because what we're about to discuss next might just change the way you think about hygiene forever. But here's where things get even more concerning. It's not just about dry skin or irritation. There's something even more dangerous at play. Let's talk about falls. You might not think about it much, but for seniors, the bathroom is one of the most dangerous places in the house. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and a large percentage of those falls happen in the bathroom. Why? Because wet floors, slippery tiles, and sudden movements in the shower create the perfect conditions for disaster. Now imagine this. You're standing in a warm shower, steam rising around you, the water running over your skin. It feels nice, right? But then, without warning, dizziness kicks in. Maybe it's from the heat. Maybe it's from standing too long. Maybe it's just a moment of imbalance. And in an instant, you slip. You reach out for something, anything, but there's nothing there to catch you. For a younger person, a fall might mean a few bruises. But for seniors, a fall in the shower can mean broken bones, hospital visits, even life-threatening injuries. A single fall can take away independence, mobility, and confidence. Police Scarlight, here's something most people don't realize. After a serious fall, many seniors develop a fear of bathing. They start avoiding the shower altogether, and before you know it, they're skipping showers for days, even weeks. Not because they don't care about hygiene, but because they're afraid of what could happen. And here's another shocking fact. 80% of bathroom falls result in head injuries or fractures. That's not just a small accident. That's the kind of fall that can change someone's life forever. So the question isn't just about hygiene anymore. It's about safety. It's about whether daily showers are actually worth the risk. And before anyone gets the wrong idea, no one is saying seniors should stop bathing altogether. Hygiene is still essential. But maybe it's time to rethink the way we approach it. Maybe, instead of a rigid daily shower routine, there's a better way. One that keeps seniors clean, comfortable, and safe without exposing them to unnecessary risks. But how often should they actually shower? Once a day? Every other day? Once a week? You might be shocked by what the experts recommend. But before we get into that, let me know, have you ever thought about the risks of showering too often? Or does this sound completely new to you? Drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Because next, we're diving into what researchers and doctors are saying about the ideal showering routine for seniors. And trust me, it's not what most people expect. Now, let's look at what happens when seniors shower too often. Because yes, there is such a thing as too much hygiene. First, let's talk about the skin. As we age, our skin loses moisture faster. It becomes thinner, more fragile, and more sensitive. That means it doesn't recover as quickly from damage. When a young person takes a hot shower, their skin might dry out a little, but by the next day, it's back to normal. But for seniors, it's a different story. Fire hot water strips away natural oils that the skin desperately needs to stay hydrated and protected. Frequent scrubbing weakens the skin barrier, leaving it vulnerable to rashes, irritation, and even infections. Overwashing disrupts the body's natural bacteria, increasing the risk of skin problems. And here's something even more shocking. A study from the University of California found that seniors who shower daily are more likely to develop chronic dry skin conditions that can lead to painful cracking, bleeding, and sores. And it doesn't stop there. Police Garlight, the New England Journal of Medicine, found that seniors who showered less often actually had healthier, more resilient skin. Their bodies retained moisture better, and they had fewer cases of skin infections and irritation. So let's think about this logically. If frequent showers are causing more harm than good, and if experts are backing this up with research, then why are we still following outdated advice? Maybe it's time to change the way we think about hygiene. Now, I know what you might be wondering. Okay, so how often should seniors shower? Great question. And I'll tell you exactly what experts recommend. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that some elderly people have incredibly soft, wrinkle-free skin, while others struggle with dryness and irritation? A lot of it comes down to how they bathe. Because here's the truth, less is more. Research suggests that seniors only need to shower 1 to 2 times a week. That's it. Shower 1 to 2 times a week. Not every day. And before you say, that doesn't sound right, let's look at why. Small blue dye in the skin doesn't produce as much oil as it used to, so it doesn't get as dirty as younger skin. Small blue dye in the body has its own self-cleaning mechanisms that don't require daily washing. Small blue diamond too much water exposure actually makes the skin weaker, not stronger. It sounds backward, but it's true. And here's something even more surprising. The American Geriatric Society warns that daily showers can actually cause exhaustion and dizziness in older adults. That's because standing in a hot shower for too long lowers blood pressure, increases fatigue, and can even lead to fainting. So again, we have to ask, is a daily shower really necessary? Or is it just something we've been conditioned to believe? Because if the science says otherwise, then maybe it's time to rethink everything we thought we knew about hygiene. But if seniors are only showering 1 to 2 times a week, what should they do in between? How do they stay fresh and clean without risking their health? That's what we're about to discuss next. And trust me, it's simpler than you think. Before we continue, let me know, does this information surprise you? Or did you already know that daily showers weren't necessary? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. Because next, we're going to talk about the best ways for seniors to stay fresh between showers. And if you've been struggling with hygiene routines for an elderly loved one, this might just be the solution you've been looking for. Now that we've established that daily showers aren't necessary for most seniors, the big question is, if they're only showering once or twice a week, how do they stay fresh in between? Because let's be honest, no one wants to feel sticky, unclean, or uncomfortable, especially seniors. And even if they don't need a full body shower every day, there's still ways to keep good hygiene, prevent odors, and stay healthy. And the best part? It doesn't require standing in a slippery shower or using harsh soaps that dry out the skin. So let's get into it. What are the best alternatives to daily showers? And before I tell you, let me ask, have you ever helped an elderly parent or grandparent with hygiene? If you have, you already know how challenging it can be. Some refuse to bathe, others get frustrated, and sometimes they simply forget. If you've ever experienced this, let me know in the comments. Because trust me, you're not alone. The best ways to stay clean without showering every day. The first thing to understand is that hygiene isn't just about showers. It's about overall cleanliness. That means focusing on the areas that actually need attention without overwashing the rest of the body. So instead of a full body shower every day, here's what experts recommend. Shower sponge baths for key areas. The underarms, groin, and feet are the main areas that accumulate sweat and bacteria. A warm washcloth with gentle soap is enough to stay fresh. Shower using hypoallergenic wet wipes. These are a lifesaver for quick cleaning between showers. They're gentle on the skin and don't require rinsing. Shower moisturizing daily. This is key for preventing dry, itchy skin. Even if you're not showering, applying a fragrance-free lotion keeps the skin healthy and hydrated. Shower changing clothes and undergarments daily. This is one of the easiest ways to feel clean. Even if someone doesn't shower, putting on fresh clothes instantly makes a difference. Shower brushing teeth and oral hygiene. Many people focus on showering but forget about oral health. Brushing twice a day and using mouthwash is just as important for feeling fresh. Shower hand washing frequently. If there's one habit that should be done multiple times a day, it's washing hands. This prevents infections and keeps germs away. And here's something that might surprise you. Our bodies have natural self-cleaning mechanisms. When we shower less frequently, the body adjusts, producing less oil and sweat. That's why some people who stop showering daily find that they don't actually smell bad. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what about their hair? Shouldn't they wash their hair more often? Great question. And the answer is not necessarily. Most seniors only need to wash their hair once or twice a week. Washing too often can strip the scalp of natural oils, leading to dryness, itching, and even more hair thinning. Instead, many experts recommend using dry shampoo or simply rinsing the hair with water only on non-wash days. It removes sweat and buildup without causing damage. Now, does this sound like something that could work for you or a loved one? Or do you still believe daily showers are necessary? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The mistakes people make when helping seniors with hygiene. Now, let's talk about something that a lot of people struggle with. Helping a senior with hygiene without making them feel embarrassed, frustrated, or defensive. Because let's be honest, this is a sensitive topic. No one wants to feel like they can't take care of themselves. And if you've ever tried to encourage an elderly loved one to shower or stay clean, you know how difficult it can be. Some flat out refuse. Others get angry, stubborn, or embarrassed. So, how do you handle it without making a battle? Here are the biggest mistakes people make when trying to help seniors with hygiene, and what to do instead. Prohibited mistake number 1. Forcing the issue. If you try to demand that someone showers, they're going to resist. No one likes being told what to do, especially when it comes to personal care. White heavy check mark what to do instead. Give them choices. Instead of saying, you need to take a shower, try. Would you rather shower in the morning or evening? Giving them a sense of control reduces resistance. Prohibited mistake number 2. Using harsh language. Saying things like you smell or you need a bath can make someone feel ashamed. White heavy check mark what to do instead. Try saying, let's freshen up so you feel more comfortable. The goal is to make it sound like something pleasant, not a chore. Prohibited mistake number 3. Ignoring their fears. Some seniors refuse to bathe because they're scared of falling. If you don't address that fear, they'll keep resisting. White heavy check mark what to do instead. Ask, does anything make you nervous about showering? Then offer solutions like a shower chair, grab bars, or a handheld shower head to make them feel safer. Prohibited mistake number 4. Not adjusting to their needs. Many caregivers assume that seniors should bathe the same way they always have. But as they age, their needs change. White heavy check mark what to do instead. Be flexible. If standing in the shower is difficult, offer a seated shower or a sponge bath. If they hate the feeling of water on their face, use a damp cloth instead. The goal isn't just to keep them clean, it's to make sure they feel comfortable and respected. Now, if you've ever faced resistance from an elderly loved one when it comes to hygiene, how did you handle it? Let me know in the comments below. Because next, We're talking about something even more important: how hygiene affects a senior's mental and emotional well-being. Most people think hygiene is just about staying clean, but the truth is, it's deeply connected to self-esteem, confidence, and even social interactions. A senior who feels clean and well-groomed is more likely to white heavy checkmark be social and engage with others. White heavy checkmark feel more confident in their appearance. White heavy checkmark avoid feelings of embarrassment or shame. But when hygiene is neglected, crossmark many seniors withdraw from social activities because they feel self-conscious. Crossmark some experience depression or low self-esteem. Crossmark in extreme cases, poor hygiene can lead to health issues like infections and skin conditions. So, hygiene isn't just about washing away dirt. It's about preserving dignity, confidence, and quality of life. And that's exactly what we're diving into next. If you've been finding this helpful so far, hit the like button and let me know what's one hygiene tip you think is essential for seniors. Because in the next part, we're wrapping everything up and talking about the emotional side of hygiene, the best way to encourage a senior to maintain self-care, and the final expert recommendations for balancing hygiene with safety. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now that we've covered the physical side of hygiene, how often seniors should shower, the risks of overwashing, and the best alternatives to daily showers, there's still one more important piece of the puzzle. Because hygiene isn't just about staying clean. It's about self-esteem, confidence, and overall well-being. And here's the truth most people don't realize. When seniors start neglecting hygiene, it's not always because they're lazy or forgetful. Sometimes it's a sign of something deeper: police scar-like depression, social withdrawal, a loss of identity. Hygiene plays a huge role in mental health. And when it starts slipping, it can be a warning sign that something is wrong. But why does this happen? And more importantly, how can we help? If you've ever noticed an elderly loved one avoiding showers, skipping grooming, or refusing to change clothes, this part is for you. And before we get into it, let me ask, have you ever noticed a change in someone's hygiene habits as they aged? If you have, drop a comment below and tell me what you've seen. Because trust me, you're not alone. The emotional side of hygiene, why it matters more than you think. For most of us, taking a shower, brushing our teeth, and putting on fresh clothes are just daily routines. We don't even think about them. But imagine if one day those small acts became difficult. Imagine if standing in the shower felt exhausting. Imagine if looking in the mirror and seeing wrinkles, thinning hair, and aging skin made you feel like a different person. Imagine if you started feeling invisible, like no one really noticed or cared anymore. Would you still feel motivated to take care of yourself? This is what happens to many seniors. It's not just about hygiene. It's about identity, dignity, and self-worth. And when a senior stops showering, stops shaving, stops grooming, it's often because they don't feel like themselves anymore. And here's something even more alarming. Poor hygiene is directly linked to depression in older adults. A study from the Journal of Aging and Mental Health found that seniors who neglect self-care are more likely to experience crossmark social withdrawal, avoiding friends, family, and public outings; crossmark low self-esteem, feeling embarrassed about their appearance; crossmark increased health risks, higher chances of infections and illnesses. In other words, hygiene is about a lot more than just being clean. It's about preserving dignity and emotional well-being. Now, here's the real question. If a senior starts neglecting hygiene, how do you help without making them feel embarrassed or pressured? If you ever try to talk to a senior about hygiene, you already know it's a sensitive subject. Some refuse to bathe. Some get defensive. Some simply ignore the issue altogether. So what's the right way to handle it? Prohibited wrong approach. You need to take a shower. You smell bad. White heavy checkmark right approach. I want you to feel comfortable and fresh. Let's freshen up together. Prohibited wrong approach. You're not taking care of yourself. White heavy checkmark right approach. Let's make hygiene easier and more comfortable for you. Prohibited wrong approach. You have to bathe every day. White heavy checkmark right approach. Let's find a routine that works for you. The goal isn't to force them into hygiene. It's to support them in a way that respects their comfort, dignity, and independence. And here's something else that helps. turning hygiene into a positive experience. Bathtub, make the bathroom feel comfortable. Use warm towels, soft lighting, and calming scents. Speech balloon, create a routine that feels familiar. Seniors with dementia or memory loss do better with a set schedule. Let them maintain independence. Even small acts like brushing their own hair can make a big difference. Because when a person feels good about themselves, they're more likely to want to take care of their hygiene. And if you've ever struggled with this situation before, let me know in the comments what's worked for you. So now that we've covered everything, from the risks of daily showers to the best alternatives, from hygiene mistakes to emotional well-being, let's wrap it all up with a simple, expert-backed hygiene routine for seniors. Droplet shower 1 to 2 times per week. Use lukewarm water and fragrance-free soap. Lotion bottle, apply moisturizer daily to prevent dryness and irritation. T-shirt, change clothes and undergarments daily. This is more important than daily showers. Toothbrush teeth twice a day. Oral hygiene is just as critical as body hygiene. Hand with fingers splayed. Wash hands frequently to prevent infections and illness. Shower, use sponge baths or wet wipes between showers to stay fresh without overwashing. By following this approach, seniors can stay clean, comfortable, and confident without unnecessary risks. Final thoughts, what we've learned. Let's go back to the original question. How often should seniors shower? Most people assume every day because that's what we've always been told. But now we know better. We've learned that showering too often can do more harm than good, that seniors have different hygiene needs, that there are safer, better ways to stay fresh. And most importantly, we've learned that hygiene is about more than just cleanliness. It's about safety. It's about comfort. It's about dignity. And now that you know all of this, what do you think? Backhand index pointing right, has this changed the way you look at senior hygiene? Backhand index pointing right, do you agree or disagree with what the experts say? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to white heavy check mark, like this video, thumbs up. White heavy check mark, subscribe for more insights like this bell. White heavy check mark, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you for being part of this conversation. I'll see you in the next video. Rock it.